All right, welcome to You Name It, another Texas State Fair edition. Davin is with me right now.
And I'm actually still in Texas.
Yeah, you're not with me, you're right. What am I talking
It's
about?
like frickin' Survivor out here.
I've got no idea what I'm saying. But
It's like they throw you on this island with this giant 52-foot fucking cowboy watching you every day, and they freeze your ass off inside the building and leave you here for a month straight smelling corny dogs and watching people point with corny dogs, and you gotta walk around.
your pet peeve, the pointing with corny dogs.
Oh, it drives me nuts.
But it is the 1500th Texas State Fair edition of the You Name It podcast.
It seems like it.
You can hear Ashley is our guest right now. She already broke the third wall. She already laughed when she wasn't supposed to.
I can't help it. Davin's so funny sometimes.
So Davin, if you want to introduce her, then I'll jump. I'll fill you in on my one topic after that. But if you want to do the introduction right now, then go ahead.
Okay. Ashley is going to give us this perspective from a product specialist viewpoint of the auto show and her travels and adventures on the road. You've been doing this how long? 2 years? 3 years?
3.
As long as you don't say anything that gets us all in trouble.
Right. We won't talk about what brand you're with or anything like that, but life on the road.
That'd be great. I'd like to make it to a 4th year.
We shouldn't even say your real name, which isn't Ashley, by the way. Hey,
it could be something else.
Before we go into all of that, I wanted to let you know I have an update on the Verizon issue, Davin.
Okay, what's going on there?
Well, after 3 or 4 more days of wrestling with them, I finally just got pissed off and told them I was going to leave if they didn't just send me a new phone, which they'll be doing overnight. So,
oh, very nice.
The problem is that when her phone broke, the phone that I was replacing it with had no SIM card, so I put her SIM card into that phone, and now it registers as her phone forever. And so that you would have loved it, though, because I was saying, so what you're trying to tell me is that you think that I'm pulling some giant scam to get an old Galaxy S4 when the S6 is out now. But I'm going through all of this trouble and 3 hours on the phone with you guys just to get an old shitty phone, you know? They were after a while. They just said, "Look, I'm going to talk to the manager. And we're going to do an internal insurance deal, and we'll send you a phone overnight." So they didn't want to talk to me. I wish I could have recorded it, but I didn't have the stuff at work.
Yeah, these people on the other end of the phone lines, when you're trying to fight with them, they just have that script and they go by it, and that's pretty much their life.
I took him right off that script.
Beautiful.
There was no way for that. But anyway, Ashley, tell everybody what a product specialist is.
Well, first of all, you like to be referred to as a product specialist, not a model or not. Back in the day, they used to call you guys models, and since I'm trying to be more politically correct, Jerry's trying to teach me what's offensive and what isn't.
yeah, teaching you.
Yes.
You're trying to learn me, Jerry. Learn me, Jerry.
Well,
I'd say the biggest difference is just the addition of a brain, really. Just the product knowledge. Fortunately, I don't have to wear a bikini and lay on the hood of a car anymore. I actually get to talk about them, so that makes it a lot more fun.
For who?
Well, you're right. I'm sure that we've had a lot of auto shows around the country have seen a drop in teenage boys showing up.
Probably teenage boys.
Well, see, one of the things I wanted to do, Jerry, is because Ashley's from Denver.
Yes.
And I was looking at our webpage, and 34% of our listeners are women,
which surprised the shit out of me.
I know.
I had no idea.
So I decided I was going to pull this on you. We're going to get our membership up. Now all we need to do is find someone from Wyoming who's a midget.
Oh, here we go again. See, Ashley, see what he just did there? He didn't say little people, did he?
No, I was politically correct.
No, you weren't. Midget's not what you say.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, little people.
How many years are we going to go through this?
He needs a little more training, Jerry.
I guess so, yeah. It's little people, Davin.
Little people. So, and they're not models; they're product specialists. And then there's also narrators.
Yes.
Now, tell us a little bit about what you guys go through for your product training and your knowledge base, and that you actually know about vehicles.
Yeah, so we actually, at the beginning of every season, we end up going to the manufacturers and we get to sit and train kind of with the engineers and sort of learn everything, all the ins and outs of the new product line for that year, kind of what's changed. So, I mean, I can talk engines and transmissions and do competitive comparisons for consumers, which is pretty nice, but
nobody wants to hear that. We want to hear the fun stuff.
Questions you get on the floor, so you can't really prepare yourself completely for everything that you're going to hear.
So I'm sure you get the. Do you come with the car question? And
I have a great. I got a great response to that one. Anytime a guy goes, and so I get you at that price, you come with the car. I say, sir, you can't afford the maintenance.
That's a good one.
Right.
I used to have one of the product presenters over in Chrysler when I worked for them. Her husband was a hockey player, and then he retired and became an NHL hockey official.
Oh wow!
Well, and she's got three hockey kids, and she had the question of the come with a car. And she got off the mic in the middle of her speech, leaned over to the guy and said, "Honey, I don't even come for my husband."
Oh, come on with that. Hey, you got to check her microphone, Davin. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I had to.
Are you good, Jerry?
Yeah, I had to interrupt that because her mic went out. So it seems
you got to do
back.
A swoosh.
No, we're not. We're just going to leave it the way it is because she came right back in.
Okay, that's cool.
Who needs to edit this show? Who's even listening to this show?
It's like a conversation in a car ride home. It really is. So Ashley and I were coming up with a fair bucket list.
Okay, let's
hear
that.
What are some of the things on your list, Ashley?
Well, I desperately was excited about the ostrich racing, but apparently that's no longer here at Texas State Fair. Missed it by a hair.
Yeah.
Apparently, the deep fried Oreos are a must try, which I've not gotten around to doing yet.
Yeah.
Everything's freaking deep fried here. It's ridiculous.
He's right. I can't smell the corn dogs anymore. You gain 5 pounds just walking by down that alleyway.
Please don't feed the models.
Who's got that?
Product specialist.
Yes, the product specialist. Don't see? He's still doing it.
I am. It's beautiful, isn't it? We got to go to the lottery tent.
They have a lottery tent, huh?
They have a lottery tent, and you can buy your way into the cash machine. Normally, you have to spin a big wheel, and you can win. But if you're rich, you can just fucking buy your way in.
Yeah, you didn't tell us that last time you talked about it. That's
no, because it's new this year. So if you spend $60 on frickin' lottery tickets, you get to go in the little cash machine. And you don't win cash, though. That's the bullshit part. For every $1 you grab in there, they give you a $1 scratch-off ticket.
Well, you do
and then they say, you have a chance to win $2 million. Yeah, I'm not winning $2 million on a fucking $1 scratch-off machine. You know damn well
you don't know yet. You don't know.
Oh, it's bullshit.
I was going to say, long story short, Davin and I might come back millionaires.
You never know. And and that's Jerry's theory too of buying lottery tickets.
Yeah, you have to buy them out of state. That way you'll win for sure because you'll be the one that pisses off all the natives.
I completely agree. It seems anytime anyone wins in Colorado, they're driving through from Wyoming.
There's
mainly
Wyoming
little
again.
people.
Yeah, Wyoming.
Mainly little people in Wyoming. Yes. You wouldn't believe how many of these people win that.
Little people.
Hey,
midgets.
Wyoming
midgets.
Can you use your hands in the cash machine?
Yes, but you can't stuff it in your shirt. You have to stuff it in this little box.
Oh,
that's in front. Yeah, it's stupid.
No, you have to do it only with your teeth. It's only with your teeth, Jerry.
You just gotta open your mouth and do it.
Yep, there you go. Try to catch money in your mouth.
That's crazy.
You feel kind of like a stripper when you're in there.
Speaking of strippers.
We're taking a topic turn.
Yeah, we went to lunch today at this barbecue joint here, and they call your name out when your food's ready.
Yes.
And I swear to God, the guy was a stripper DJ at night.
No
and he
way,
must work
really?
there during the day. It was Madison, your order's ready. Come and get your brisket.
Yeah, right.
Kind of like, next up on stage, it's Holly.
One order of
Put your-
brisket for the amazing fuchsia.
Your ribs are ready. How about a piece of sausage link for Linda? Linda, your sausage link is right here at the counter.
Yeah, I bet it is, Davin.
Oh, yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, let's go to this. What do we have for topics, guys?
Well, I was going to see what Ashley wants to talk about. Does she have any?
Well, she's
you wanna
right there.
talk about the bridge?
You know, I have become quite passionate about the Dallas Bridge project here. I'm incensed for the people here. I don't know why they're not incensed. But the Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge is the bridge expansion that they're doing in Dallas. It spans the Trinity River.
Okay.
And it was designed by a famous architect. It's supposed to be a series of 3 bridges that cross the Trinity River. And it was supposed to cost $117 million, and it was supposed to be done in 2010. Well, technically, it was supposed to be done in 2010. We're sitting at $182 million, and they haven't even begun the 3rd bridge, and they're still completing the 2nd. And it baffles my mind that the people of Dallas have continued to pour money into this project.
Oh,
you seem very passionate about the bridge.
Well, it's the bridge that you and I drove by, Jerry.
Which
we were down there.
I know. Yeah, the one that you were asking why it was there. Yeah.
Why it was there? Because
I
there's
am
a
incensed. I would use the word incensed. I'm angry for the people. I don't understand. I think this Margaret Hunt Hill needs to be put down. Someone needs to stop this project.
Really?
All of the tax money is going to this bridge. And they don't even have the marijuana money we have in Colorado. We have funny money to throw at craziness like this.
Yeah, you guys have all the money over there now.
How is that tax thing working out in Colorado? You guys are making a killing.
Oh, we are. We don't even know what to spend the money on at this point, to be honest. I mean, we're like, do we want hover cars or no? You know what I mean? That's where we're at. In fact, it was so crazy. They literally had to do a tax-free day in the end of August. They had to do a tax-free day of marijuana.
There was too much money coming in.
Which was just insane. But
Yeah.
Yep.
They have no idea what to do with all this kid. Imagine how much of that money's coming in because people are high and they can't figure out their taxes, so they're just paying everything. Dude, I don't know. Just give them the whole, all of it. I don't know.
Well, last time I was in Denver was last year, and all the cranes and the building and it's crazy.
Oh, we are having a major boom there, real estate boom. We have investors coming in all over. But you know what? It's kind of sad because it's really changing the landscape of Denver, which was kind of a young city, a lot of artists, a lot of musicians.
Yeah.
And with this big boom coming in and these multi-million-dollar high rises, it's kind of chasing out that younger generation that can't now afford the rent.
Yeah, but you got to admit,
So we're definitely seeing a lot of change.
The new buildings are beautiful. I especially like the new monkey paw skyscraper. What? I just blew that joke. What a horrible delivery on that. I was laughing at monkey paw before I got it out.
Quite a bit.
Yeah.
Jerry, it's a girl. You can talk in English.
The monkey paw skyscraper. Yeah, that's what we need. Yeah, the new Panama Red area of town is beautiful. So I wonder how much of the new development they're attributing to that, though. For real, though. Strange.
There's got to be a lot. Now, do your overall taxes go down because of the money that they're raising for the marijuana?
No, you would wish, you'd hope so, but no. They have
somehow found a way to put it somewhere.
Yeah, they've kind of segregated the pot money to
whatever. Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, no, we're not seeing a drop in taxes.
Now, there was a story when that first came out about the Girl Scout that was selling the Girl Scout cookies outside of a dispensary.
Oh, I kind of remember that, yeah.
And they kicked her out of the Girl Scouts because they said it wasn't their image or their brand. It's because the other moms were complaining because this girl sold, 15,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies.
I would have, if I was the Girl Scouts, I would have hired that girl and put her in charge of sales.
Exactly.
It's a great marketing plan.
Dude,
now
peanut butter tag-alongs. Let's get some.
Wow. Awesome.
Man, I'm not a pot smoker, so I really don't understand it that much. When I have smoked pot, time went really slowly.
It's a... Jerry,
yeah,
it's a whole different world now. I just have to tell you that.
I admit it. I smoked pot in Seattle because it was legal, and I didn't enjoy myself at all. It was just way too strong. That's the thing with the new weed now. It's like way too strong. And
well, it's funny because you gotta shop for it like you would anything else sizes. You gotta look at what the THC content is, and
oh, so
it's like a dose.
Yeah. So what you're telling me is you just can't trust your buddy.
No.
Well, if you're buying it off the streets, I don't think you can complain.
No, I was talking about the guy who was buying, who's choosing it for us.
Oh yeah.
Can't trust your friend. Especially if that friend is immune to it to start with.
That's true.
That's true. If you've smoked enough that you're immune to it.
I'm not going to say any names about that. But,
nope.
But you did have to. I mean, that's going to be the new thing. Vacation pot smoking, just like Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I was compelled because I was in a place where it was completely legal. And it wasn't,
Well, I
interfering
hope
with
you
work
don't give
or
up
anything.
because of that awful first experience.
Oh, I gave up
Try it again.
years
Get
ago
back
anyway.
on that horse, Jerry.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm not a fan. I mean, I can't even watch TV.
What I found hilarious was they were putting up the dispensary places right next to like 7-Eleven and right next to Taco Bell's.
Well, I think that's genius.
It is.
I have the guy that sat in Lamar Shirley. He was talking about how there's like 7 of them on his block. They pop up. There's more pot dispensaries in Seattle than there are CVS's now.
Wow.
Fortunately, in Colorado, I mean, it was getting that bad in the beginning, and then they started making zoning laws about how close they had to be away from schools, away from each other. So actually, a lot of dispensaries got shut down after the first couple years, which was nice because it looked like whole blocks were just turning into dispensaries.
Here comes a reference that'll be far too old for you, Ashley, but Davin might enjoy this. I'm thinking it's just too bad it took so long to become legalized in Denver, because can you imagine it's really the only thing that could have made Mork and Mindy funny.
That's true.
You're right.
And Mindy, was...
Yes, a product specialist.
A product specialist.
Mm-hmm.
For Pontiac, actually.
So good to know that there's hope for one out of 500 of us.
Well, that's the whole thing. I don't get to know people until they've got a season under their belt, typically. I don't know why I met you the first season. But it's one of those things where if they don't make it a full season, I can't clutter my head with another name.
That's what I was telling you. It's like Vietnam. You're afraid they're going to disappear. You don't want to be friends with them because you're afraid of the loss.
So why waste my time? But it's so true because they come and go, and they all think they're going to get somewhere from the auto show and move on to TV, and it just doesn't happen for everybody.
Hey, let's play Ask a Young Person.
Okay.
Ashley?
Yes.
I've heard this reference now this week a couple of times.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question?
I didn't get to it yet, but I've heard this reference a couple of times so far this week where people are calling the Kardashians America's family. How do you feel, young person?
I don't think she heard that.
Uh-oh. We have a communication.
Kardashians family?
I'm sorry. He's cracking up. What did it say?
He asked about the Kardashians. What do you feel about the Kardashian
whether or not
family?
they're America's family?
They're no family that's in my household. I know nothing about the Kardashians except for there's a lot of big butts and big lips, and the dad is now a mom, and that's about all I know about the Kardashians.
That's
I think
a pretty
one of them
concise
married. That's about all I know about them. I wouldn't call them America's family. I would call them maybe cable TV's family.
Yeah, I would think that I would hope it wouldn't be America's Family. We should all just shoot ourselves in the face if that's the thing.
Hey, Jerry, can you take a swish real quick?
All right, stand by, everybody. You hear that? It was a swish noise, Davin, a real one this time.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
At least I didn't burp.
Yeah, if any listeners wondering, we're trying to do this whole 3-person internet show. So technology is now kicking us all in the collective podcast balls.
That's true. So Ashley this is her first time to the Texas State Fair, and she's had a very, very interesting experience so far. What are some of the things that happened to you so far?
Oh, it's been an interesting show. I have sustained a small concussion in the first 10 days here.
Yeah.
I had a lady who was done listening. Her husband was asking me questions about one of our Encore, one of our small SUVs, and she was done and she went to shut the trunk and just clambered me in the head so hard. I was a troop. I finished the spiel, and I saved the tears until they walked away, but it really knocked me pretty hard. So that was pretty early into the show. Small concussion.
You had to go to the medics, didn't you?
I did.
Wow, it was for real bad, huh?
It was a real concussion.
Oh yeah. I felt like I was gonna pass out. My ears were ringing. My vision was wavy. It was pretty bad. That lady did not want to hear any more about the car.
Did you get a lead?
Oh, of course I did.
She is the lead queen. Oh my God, she gets more leads than anyone else on her team.
Well, that's good.
Double. And that's the metrics that they look at.
Yeah.
With all the auto manufacturers is how many people can we send crap to?
Right. And
she's the crap getter of names, numbers, and she should be on all the major shows.
Well, you know what? That's what they call me, the queen of crap.
Queen of crap. Yeah.
The queen of crap. So the other night, explain what happened the other night. Your rooftop adventure.
So I went to hang out with a coworker, and we were hanging out on her balcony, and she's on the second floor, which I guess they have bars that keep the doors closed. And we put the bar up, and we went out on the balcony. It was kind of warm, so she closed the door so that the air conditioning wouldn't go in. And apparently the bracket that holds the bar to her door was broken, so we got locked out of and stuck on this balcony in the middle of the night. So I had to climb down, and I'm running on top of the rooftop of
Neither
the
one of you
floor.
had your phones.
We didn't have phones. We didn't have anything. We couldn't and I'm running around knocking on windows and doors trying to get somebody to come out there.
But Jerry, she makes it sound like it's no big deal. She hung over the second floor balcony and dropped a story down to the roof.
Yeah, was that the Sheridan?
Yes.
They owe you some money. That's what I'm saying. Can't lock you out of the hotel. I know those stupid bars, too. Those things are just so annoying. It's like they treat us all as though we're all children at these hotels.
Yes.
Why not put up a baby gate?
Right. Well, how about those ones that have windows that you can only open 1/4 of an inch because they've got screwed-in blockers to them. It's crazy.
Because one asshole lost in the market and jumped out the window. So now we all have to suffer.
It's terrible. But yeah, so far, let's see. Concussion, spelunking down the side of a hotel.
So the reaction.
Oh, wait, what happened?
No, tell the reaction of the lady.
I finally found one room whose lights were on. She was watching TV in her living room, and I figured she must be a coworker because we're all pretty much coworkers in the hotel.
Yeah.
So I bang on her window and door, and she opens the curtain and freaks out, which I can't blame her exactly. There's a lady on the roof banging on her window. But so I stand there because she disappears, and I know she has to be getting security. And security shows up, and they open the door, and I say, sir, I'm so sorry. We're locked out. The bar has locked us out. Can you please? And he immediately starts yelling at me for being on the roof.
Great,
and he's like, ma'am, I'm going to need you to go get back on your balcony. And I'm like,
climb
first
back
off,
up
I
there.
don't know if I can. Yeah, first off, I don't know if I can. And secondly, this is not a joy walk out here.
Right.
I need someone to come save us.
Let's ponder this point for a second here. Let's think about this. So you're in the middle
my
of the
goodness.
night and you're knocking on someone's balcony door wall or window.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
you're stuck out there. And did you at
Yes.
that point realize that for half the population you were a nightmare and for the other half it was a dream come true?
Exactly. I just couldn't find a man in a room.
Right.
Like, I'm telling you, Jerry, my luck in love is not good.
Yeah. You found the angry lady, the scared angry lady.
Oh my gosh. She glares at me every time I see her now.
I'll have to tell you who she is later,
Oh,
Jerry.
we know her then. Great.
Yes, we do. She works on one of the
And I
other
would think-
brands.
And if it was me, I would have been a little freaked out, obviously. But when I got the security and actually talked to this lady and found out she's trapped on a roof, I would have been relieved that I helped. No, this lady was not relieved. She wanted me to know I had ruined her night.
Her whole night.
I was like, I'm sorry.
Why does she have like? I'm picturing her with like some house coat and curlers or something.
Pretty nearly close. There was a grandma sweater
A
involved.
grandma sweater with a poodle or something on it.
And didn't she like completely freak out and want the hotel to do something for her, points or something like that? Or she was just drama queen about the whole damn thing?
Oh, our
Whereas I'm like, if
lady.
anybody deserves points or maybe like a free dinner, maybe the girl running up and down who's been trapped by faulty equipment
Right.
should be given something. But no, the security was very angry at me for running around the rooftop.
Damn you, woman, get off our roof.
Yes. ma'am, I'm gonna have to ask you to go get back on your balcony, ma'am. And I was like, if you call me ma'am one more time, I will hurl rocks at you from
my
here.
balcony's on a different floor,
Right?
fucker.
Is it okay if I walk on the
Yes, let
inside
me-
of the hotel?
Let me just
Give me a
scale
ladder.
that. Let me just scale the wall in my mini dress.
Well, that's probably what he was waiting for. He's following you outside.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's probably radioing the guy circling the parking lot in the little golf cart to make sure no one breaks in cars. Hey, there's going to be one climbing up the side of the building like Spider-Man. She's wearing a mini
Right.
dress.
He's up there saying, "Don't worry about me being on the roof. I'm allowed to. Don't do as I do. Do as I say.
Safety first.
Now let me give you a little boost, lady." I almost turned that into.
that was
I almost turned that into Ron. Now again, let me give you a little boost, Ashley.
Rod, our setup guy, makes another appearance. Everything's great until if you just stop filming.
Everybody,
Surprised-
I know I've buried you in the Illuminati, but I swear I saw a girl climbing on the side of a hotel today. Crazy.
Oh, so Ashley, tell us about some of the other things. The
okay. So
the
let's-
pettiness, the drinking, going out with
Well-
product
No
specialists.
spoilers.
Well, the two more crazy events that I've had happen the last 2 recent days. One lady and her husband, very nicely dressed, were looking at our biggest enclave, at our biggest SUV, and I walked over and I said, "Hi, what do you think of the vehicle?" And she goes, "Oh, we love it, we love it." And I said, "Can I tell you a little bit about the features?" And I kid you not, this well-dressed woman shoves me as hard as she can away from me. I actually fell backwards. She grabbed her husband's arm and she, no, and just walked him off the floor.
What? Was she? I don't know what was
why.
going on. Was she saving him or you? What's?
I think she didn't want her husband to fall in love with the vehicle anymore. And so that was her way of diffusing the situation, is immediately making me shut up.
Well, sure. Violence always helps. Yeah.
Right. It's helped save a few situations for me in the past, that's for sure. But the most ridiculous experience so far, I have to say, was I had showed one of the cars to a lady, and she was in love with it. She thought it was going to be her next car.
Yes.
We had a great time. She left. The next people to come up was a little family. So I'm talking to the mom, and the kids are in the car, and I hear from the passenger seat, oh my God, Mom, he's peeing. So I look inside. This $40,000 car, and her toddler is sitting in the driver's seat, and his pants and his diaper are pulled down, showing plumber crack, and there is urine just fountain out of the back all into the car. So I freak out. I go to get the keys, go to lock it up. As I turn back towards the vehicle, she had pulled her son out, and the lady I had just talked to about the car who wants to buy it had brought her friend to take a photo. So as the lady pulled her son out, she slipped in behind him and sat immediately down in this puddle in the seat.
That's
and
so
the look
weird.
of horror on my face. And I couldn't believe that the mother of the son even let her get in there past her. She had to let this woman past her to sit down. And she said, without blinking an eye, as I ran over there in horror, the mother looks over and she goes, "Oh, I think someone might have spilled something in there," and walked away. And this poor lady, I had to get her out of this car, and I didn't have the heart to tell her what she sat in.
Yeah. Someone spilled some nice, clean, refreshing water on that seat. And it wasn't, I
Yes.
swear to you, it wasn't child urine. I swear.
I feel bad for the detailers
Yeah, well,
because they're the ones that ultimately end up having to clean it up.
I don't mean to harp on this, Davin. I know, but you agree. I feel bad for the state of Texas. That's what I feel bad for.
This is so true.
This state, that land, has just been invaded by crazies, I think.
Oh, they're everywhere too. I post pictures of them all the time. I saw a kid on a leash the other day. That was awesome.
Yeah, did you get to share that one? No, we're still working on that. Never mind.
We're still working on that. I got to figure all that stuff out.
You are not going to be
I
the
have a
social
firm-
media guy.
No, evidently not. I'm not going to be in charge of the social media when I post from my own webpage.
Yeah.
I have a firm belief that if you have to leash your kids, your parenting skills need a little bit of polishing.
I don't know. I like to think it's just I can't. What did I say last week? Oh, it's because that's right. My theory was that they felt that they needed to leash the kid because their kid was special and he'll get stolen first. But I don't know. I think maybe you're right. I think maybe they're just lazy.
I would
yeah.
love to see him. I would love to see him tie him up to like a bike rack or something like that.
Right. Combination lock.
Go into a restaurant, tie him to a bike rack, come back out.
My kid
I
was
think there
parked
is
right
one
here
easy
just a minute
solution.
ago.
I'm a firm belief in spankings. I really think it makes a difference.
It sure does. I grew up with a whole bunch of them.
Respect, manners, yeah. And you seem like you turned out okay.
For the most part, yeah. I'm polite in society. Although it does look weird when I'm going through the Texas State Fair and Davin has me on a leash. But
I was just gonna say that.
Back when I was in high school, I used to walk around with my buddy Paul at the mall, and I would turn into the special needs kid,
oh, okay.
and they would all walk ahead of me, and I'd be, "I want a balloon! Give me a balloon, Paul! Stop it! You're being mean to me!"
You are always.
Jerry, I don't feel like it took a lot. That wasn't a big reach for Davin.
But he's always picking.
not.
He's always picking the most offensive one because I just did the blind guy where I would be led
Yeah.
through the place and pretend I was blind with my kids
Well, I did
too.
a special.
Davin
Hey,
goes right for the imitation of the mentally disabled.
I had a thought, Jerry.
Yeah.
How many handicap parking spots do you think there are at the Special Olympics?
All of them.
I mean, do they just paint the parking lot blue? Really?
That is a question for the ages.
It's been bothering me.
Ashley, any thoughts?
Well, at that point, I think you'd have to have a handicapped shuttle service to take them from the back of the parking lot up to the front.
Or to get them from all the other parking lots, handicapped spaces, over to the regular place?
Oh, here's one I saw the other day. Speaking of handicap parking spots,
Yeah.
I saw a pickup truck with a handicap sticker in the handicap parking spot that had a treadmill in the back of the pickup. It made no fucking sense to me.
Well, maybe it wasn't a temporarily handicapped spot, was it? I'm in physical therapy now. I mean now,
Did this
now.
truck also have a lift on it?
Right.
No, but a treadmill in the back of the truck. I should have taken a picture of it.
Yeah, that would have been a nice meme for you.
Yep.
It never would have made it
Pardon
to
me.
social media, Jerry. It never would have made it.
I don't know. It depends on what Davin wrote on it, and knowing him, never know.
So now going out to dinner with product specialists.
Okay, I've never done it.
Oh my goodness.
So,
You've never done it. Here's one of the rules. Always get a separate check.
okay.
I will pull the waitress aside ahead of time and request it, because too often people will, oh no, we'll just split it, and then they order two $10 drinks and a $20 dinner, and I'll order a salad for $8, and then it comes time to pay the check, and everybody's like, everyone throw in $20. And of course, the person saying that is the person who ordered the $20 dinner and three $10 drinks.
The bill comes and it's like the lights come on and the cockroaches in front.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be right. I just gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. And now they're outside waiting for you.
Oh yeah, the worst one I ever encountered was one of the car guys that brings in the vehicles, specialty vehicles, invited everyone out to dinner.
Okay.
While he was in town.
Yeah.
So he's driving one of the big rigs. So he invites everyone out. We're all going to go. It's his hometown or something. So he's got this barbecue place we're going to go. We're going to go dancing, partying after. So he gets a group of everybody together. There's like 10 or 15 of us.
Right.
We go to the barbecue place. He orders for the whole table. Give me, 6 racks of ribs. I want the brisket. I want this. I want that. Orders for everybody. Some people ate already. Some people didn't have anything. Some people just had a salad. Bill comes. He goes, okay, everyone owes $35.
Hey, he just did it all on his own too, huh?
Yeah. So everyone, and then he took all the leftovers, boxed it up, and took it back with him.
What a scam!
So that was like his meal for the next couple
That's
days.
the best scam. That's better than the Galaxy S4 old phone scam that I was pulling. It was great. He just got food for
Full
the week
circle.
and made everybody else pay for it.
Oh.
I don't get involved in the whole social aspect of the auto show. I just go sit in my room and watch TV for the most part. Because you hear that all the time, though, from all the guys. You hear about people skipping checks and putting drinks on their friends' bills and all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, and then there's always the order appetizers as a group, and there's people who are like, oh, I'm not eating, and then they're the one who eats the appetizer completely, but they won't chip in because I wasn't ordering dinner, and I'm like, you were the only one who ate the appetizer.
You ate 18 shrimp. You did. We had 20 altogether. You had 18 of them.
Oh, hey, did you hear about the Burger King thing that's going on?
Burger King thing. No, I don't know that one.
They've got a Halloween Whopper.
Oh,
that's out right
the black
now?
bun.
Yeah, have you read all the posts of people that have eaten it?
No, I haven't.
No, I don't follow fast food news.
They're shitting all different colors.
Is that what they're saying? That's the Reddit feed down there. Is everybody posting pictures of their multicolored Burger King shit?
The dye evidently is causing a reaction.
Well, this isn't the first time they've done that,
ERs.
though. They did that in, I think it was Japan. They introduced that black bun, or the whole black burger. It was like a solid, even the cheese was black. And I don't remember why they did it. It wasn't just for Halloween. It was like gonna be one of their products, but I think it failed fairly quickly. They stopped it. So why are they doing it now here?
I have no fucking idea. And it might just be in the South. But
It might just be. No, it's not just in the South.
let's just try it out on the people in Texas.
No, they have commercials for it up here.
Oh, okay.
Up here in Michigan.
ERs across the nation are stumped. They're like, we don't know what's causing your symptoms,
I have
sir.
no idea.
Why is it purple?
So many people are so
Never
sick,
seen
and
it.
they've got. What do they have? They've got urologist. Who would take care of the ass? They have a proctologist. They call in.
That's a proctologist.
Yes, they have to call in more proctologists from out of state to help with the influx of new patients.
We've seen that. It's kind of like following like meth. I'm watching Breaking Bad, so it's like all of a sudden it's showing up in the Burger Kings in Michigan. Well, that's because of the Halloween bun. It's spreading throughout the country.
It is one of the least appetizing burgers I've ever seen, so I don't know what their story is. I think it's a dare. I dare you to eat this shitty-looking burger. Yeah.
It is bad.
Halloween is coming. You're going to be there? No, you won't be there for Halloween.
I'm going to be in Miami. Yeah, I'll be in Miami for Halloween.
Wait, will I be with you? Let me see.
No, I go down on the 30th for pre-wire. You could probably come after Halloween.
Let's see. You're right. I come the day after Halloween.
Yeah, you miss all the fun because Miami, South Beach for Halloween.
What are you going to be this year? A little person?
I'm bringing my assless chaps and my... and my
your normal Friday night is what you're going to be.
Exactly. I'm just bringing my street clothes.
My street clothes. That's funny. That reminds me. This is another age thing, too. I remember when I was a little kid, we had school clothes and then after-school clothes. Like we were all Mr. Rogers or something. You had shoes that you would wear to school, and then you could change into your tennis shoes afterwards, which were called gym shoes, too.
Did you have to wear a uniform to school?
Kmart was the name of the uniform. Yeah.
Back when they existed.
No, I mean, but it was weird when I started school in, I don't know, Davin, what years were those? Like 1971 when you go to kindergarten or something like that? 72?
Well, Ashley, I was talking to her today, and she told me her password on her computer, and it has a number involved, but it's her birth date. I'm like, oh my God, am I old?
Yeah.
It didn't strike me because it's like
all the kids when I was in kindergarten, they all had black like patent leather shoes. You'd wear like dress clothes to school, and then you get home and you put on your white tennis shoes, your Converse All-Stars or whatever they were, your blue jeans and whatever. It was such a weird society.
And now kids barely wear any clothes to school nowadays.
Right, they're all getting kicked out for wearing half shirts. Whatever it is.
And there are some geniuses here. Oh, there was an ad in the paper the other day for co-pilots. You know, to get your co-pilot license down here, you just need your GED and a pilot license.
Well,
that makes me fucking feel safe.
But that's strange because what you're saying is that they're already pilots because they have their pilot license. They need a GED to prove that they're smart enough to be a co-pilot.
Exactly. But these are the people that we're risking our lives with.
I don't get that's. I thought that co-pilots were actually pilots, but they were just trading off to be in the second chair or whatever they call that.
Evidently, you need a pilot license and you need to have a GED to qualify.
Well, they're not paying these people anything anyway. You know that. Like some of these guys working as pilot. When you were a pilot back in even up through the 80s, probably when you were a pilot, you're making like $150,000 a year, and the uniform meant something. Now you're making minimum wage.
There's another job as a professional cuddler wanted. I'm wondering how much that pays.
Holy shit!
Oh, it pays really good actually. This lady in California makes like $50 an hour doing it.
I've heard of this before.
Professional cuddler.
Yeah.
Or
no, $50 a half hour at $100 an hour. And all she does is they come to her office and lay in a bed and she cuddles them.
That's just so. That's all right. That's just.
I think these are men that just weren't hugged enough as a kid, probably.
That's just prostitution light, is what that is. I don't. Yeah. I'm afraid to go to a real prostitute, so I'm just going to go get hugged by some strange lady for a while.
Oh, Jerry, I didn't tell you my weird elevator story.
Okay, let's hear it.
So they had a huge church group at our hotel the other day. And I ended up getting on the elevator, and there's 3 older women that are probably in their 60s.
Okay.
I step on the elevator door closes, and the one lady looks at me and goes, "We outnumber you."
How creepy.
I had no idea what to say.
I think I'd like that. That'd be like, that's hilarious, lady. That's great.
No, what he's not saying is they did manage to baptize him in there before he got to the 7th floor.
Right.
I just picture these women tying up guys, and they've got them stacked in their room. What do we do with them now? Get them!
Forcing them into Southern baptism.
Shake the Jesus into him.
Quit cuddling him, Marge.
He's got a bad soul. We need to get it out. What is that religion where they speak in tongues? Pentecostal?
Yes, that's one of them. Yeah.
I could just imagine they drag you to one of those churches and you look to the left of you and the guy's is speaking in tongues and you're like, I was just getting on an elevator.
And they
All I
outnumbered
wanted to
me.
do was go to my room. They tied me up and took me here.
I had we did the birthday party bus 21st birthday for my youngest girl, and I ran into weed Jesus man. It was hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah, this spaced out guy, young guy, like 23, 24 years old, really normal looking, walks up and goes, "Hey, do you guys like weed?" And I just look at him and I go, I can tell right now that you're Jesus weed man. And he goes, why, do I look like that? And I go, yep. He goes, no, it's not like that. But if you do take Jesus, he's just started preaching, and it was the same. It was like a guy trying to sell you on Christian rock. He's just trying to recruit you through weed somehow now. They totally pegged him.
That's just wrong.
Like everybody around me was going, how'd you call him out so quick? I've seen these people before.
That's just walking down 16th Street Mall in Denver.
Yeah.
So the other thing I noticed, because I was on my balcony, is all these church ladies are here, and they all went out to some after party after whatever their church gathering was. But watching them pull in the parking lot and try to find the perfect spot, they were avoiding parking next to red cars.
How do you know this?
Because I watched like 14 of them avoid parking next to the red car.
He's got too much time
There
on his
is.
hands.
If you're noticing that at all, there's something wrong.
It's like, nobody's parking by the red cars. They're devil cars. Don't park by that, Martha.
Are you sure you weren't smoking on 16th Street Mall, Davin?
I might have been.
I got my hair cut there. That's the first time I've been to a barber in a million years.
Oh my Lord!
And if you've seen pictures of me, Ashley, then you'll know I just had my beard hair cut because I didn't have any clippers.
Oh.
So I walked over to that place. And that was in Denver.
In Denver?
Yeah. My other Denver story was really strange too, because it was, first of all, it's strange that I was reading The Hunger Games, the first book.
That's really weird.
So I'm reading that book, and I get done with the book, and I'm thinking, hey, that movie's supposed to come out. And so I look in the paper in Denver, and I notice that there's a showtime coming up. So I go over there, and I'm like, why is it so crowded here? It was like I finished the book on the opening day of the movie, and then just watched it by myself with a million people going to watch The Hunger Games. I felt ridiculous.
Well, I'm sure there was a million mothers in there glancing at you through the entire movie going, is he just a pedophile?
Yeah, what's wrong with this guy?
He's totally scoping out our daughters.
Yeah, I'm trying not to look at anyone. I've done that before. Like in Philadelphia, I went sightseeing on my first day there, and I'm alone in town usually to begin with. And I'm walking around the Liberty Bell and stuff, and I'm trying not to look at anyone. Trying to pretend like I'm with some Asian group. This is my family. No, but
as you tower over everybody.
Yeah. But the movies,
you don't hide very well.
The movies are usually pretty dead in the middle of the daytime during the week, so I didn't think anything. I thought I'd be the only one in the theater. So if you're on the road like we are, and you go on Wednesday at 1, then you're usually pretty safe. Not that day.
Well, it's like trying to find a washing machine that's available when you're staying with all the people from the show. There's nothing. You got to go out and find something.
The crowds. Man.
Oh, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Ashley, have you done Minneapolis yet?
No.
Well, don't, because the crowds there, they have like this, what do they call that? Like brain Olympics going on there. Academic Olympics or something. So the place is full of just
the hotel.
Yeah, the whole hotel is chock full of rooms packed with high school kids, and it takes you a half an hour to get on an elevator to go to your room.
It's DECA.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. But it's all academic competition.
And it's ridiculous getting around anywhere.
So you're in a hotel full of adolescent know-it-alls? That sounds like a blast.
Well, they certainly don't act like it when they're not in their competition, because they're just as idiotic as every teenager.
Well, Cleveland this year they had one of those furry convention nerd whatever
Furries.
the steep.
Everyone's walking around with a tail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in Boston the one year they had that steampunk thing going on.
Oh, they do that every year. I saw it last year. Yeah. The sights we see.
What are your opinions on the steampunk movement?
Yeah, I mean, you're asking old people. Steampunk. Okay, let's just spell it out for you. It's stupid. It's really stupid. You can't have, literal about it. You can't have a very advanced technology wrapped up in 1890.
1800.
I wonder what kicked that off. Do you think it was that movie with Will Smith back in the Wild Wild West movie?
Either that or it went to the flux capacitor and they said, well, what if they made it at an older period?
All right, and I don't want to date myself, but anyone remember the Star Trek episode when they all traveled back to the 1800s?
Are you talking about Next Generation or?
Yeah, of course, Next Generation, the only series that really mattered.
Oh, come on.
Ashley's a nerd. Ashley's a nerd, by the way.
You got Data wearing a top hat. Is that the whole story?
Exactly, with a monocle. Like maybe.
She brought up the monocle.
He must have been rich.
She tied in the monocle from a couple episodes ago. That's brilliant.
We go full circle. Yes, Data was the Monopoly man. Yeah,
with the monocle.
But what was the
at least we're not talking. At least we're not talking about my balls or pooping again.
Right. But Ashley, are you saying that was the beginning of steampunk?
I'm saying it could have inspired it. And some of the nerds, I mean, because let's be honest, it's nothing but nerds who do the steampunk movement.
Yes.
Or maybe the socially outcast. I haven't really been able to pin it. Maybe they're one and the same.
No, it's really harmless.
It's
harmless, but it's really mixed up, too. There's a lot of confusing angles to it. Like, you've got someone very well dressed at the same time, at the exact same time that they're well dressed, they're dressed like bums at the same time.
Yes, exactly. Totally bum. That's a good way to put it.
You don't know what's going on with these people.
Hobos. Jerry, they're not bums, they're hobos.
We're going way back for hobos now, huh?
No, they're not. They're the home challenged.
Yes. The abode challenge.
Did I ever tell you Mike Marsh's story in D.C.?
I don't know.
About the homeless? Okay, this was before they built the new convention center.
Mm-hmm.
They got the new convention center open. They were gonna blow up the old one, and the hotel that all the guys were at overlooked the old convention center.
Okay.
So they had this date picked out that they were gonna blow the old one up. So all the setup guys, they do DC. One guy's staying. They're coming back in a few days anyway, so they leave all their luggage in this one guy's room. So this guy's got 6 people's bags in his room for like 3 days. They all go to Philadelphia to do that setup, and then they're coming back to DC. And what ends up happening is the guy gets a call from the hotel, and they're like, we forgot about you. You're on the side of the building that they're going to blow up the convention center. We need to move your room.
Yeah.
So now it's a huge hassle because he's got 6 other people's luggage.
Right.
So they end up having to move them, and they only have 1 cart and all this other shit. So he bitched and complained to Marriott. So Marriott manager gives him like 30 free breakfast coupons.
Oh, okay.
For all the guys when they come back.
Yeah.
So Marsh comes back to town. He's one of the setup guys, and last day of show, he's like, hey, you still got those breakfast coupons? And the guy's like, yeah. He goes, we'll bring them out tonight when we go to the bar.
Right.
So they go out to the bar, end of the night, they're closing the bar, and he goes, you got those breakfast tickets? He goes, why the fuck do you need these 30 breakfast coupons? They're no good to us. We're leaving in the morning. He goes, just watch. He walks out of the bar. I'm the manager at the Marriott over here, and we're having free homeless breakfast tomorrow. And starts passing out the tickets to all the homeless people.
Welcome. Come one, come all.
I would have loved to see the face of people go down for their breakfast that morning.
Right. All right. You know what? It's that time.
No, it is.
Yes. It's gone on
already?
far too long.
Ashley, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me, guys. It was a blast.
Maybe you'll be nice enough to join us again one day.
Definitely.
But everybody say goodbye to Ashley and say goodbye to Davin and say goodbye to me and share with your friends and join us again next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Have a good one.